Now we must ask, do we really need meat? If we're able to get all 8 essential nutrients not from meat, well, do we need meat? Right? One of the most common objections to not going plant-based is protein. Right? So let's get into it. Protein is a key part of a healthy diet, but sources of protein can vary on how good they are for your health. Most people eat enough protein, but they may not be eating the right kinds. Plant-based protein sources such as beans, lentils, tofu, nuts, and seeds are full of fiber and other nutrients and have little to no saturated fat. Processed meats are high in sodium and often are high in saturated fat, both of which are linked to heart disease. Heart disease. Processed meats also have been linked to cancer. This is from, what source is this? The NIH. A good first step to eating healthier protein sources is to cut down on deli meats, hot dogs, bacon, sausages, and eat more plant-based proteins. In addition to improving your health, replacing animal protein, especially red meat, with plant-based protein sources can help our planet's health by reducing greenhouse gas emissions. So not only did I just bust the myth of protein from plants, you can also help what they call climate change, which is technically, I guess, climate change because we're going into a new light source. So the planet is going to get hotter because we're going to a new light source. But you can also help the planet because the planet is alive. So if you stop making fucking meat and you just grow plants, nigga, there will be no fucking world hunger. Everybody will have food because the amount of space that it takes to raise animals, you can make probably 10 to 20, maybe even 100 more times fucking plants in that same space if you just grow the fucking plants. Like, what the hell? Anyway, next. Now, most people say, well, you know, I don't want to go plant-based because I'm scared of B12. You know, what about B12? You know, I need my B vitamins. I need my B12. Well, let's bust that myth too. This abstract is from PubMed.gov. Yes? Whew. I got a lot of reading to do. The usual dietary sources of vitamin B12 are animal-derived foods, although a few plant-based foods contain substantial amounts of B12. Substantial amounts. To prevent B12 deficiency in high-risk populations such as vegetarians, it is necessary to identify plant-derived foods that contain high levels of vitamin B12. A survey of naturally occurring plant-derived food sources with high vitamin B12 content suggested that dried purple laver with nori, aka nori seaweed, it's a seaweed, is the most suitable vitamin B12 source presently available for vegetarians. Furthermore, dried purple laver, however you pronounce that shit, also contains high levels of other nutrients that are lacking in vegetarian diets, such as iron and polyunsaturated fats. Yes? Yes? So I want to hear that shit. I want to hear, I need vitamin B12. I need my meat because I need vitamin B12. No, you don't. You don't need meat for vitamin B12. I just told you where to get it. And here's another source from Life Science. New source of vitamin B12 discovered in the ocean. Yes, yes, yes. Researchers have now shown that B12 vitamins in the ocean are produced by archaea, a group of single-cell organisms not only by marine bacteria as previously thought. Okay, well, now we have to ask the question, what is archaea? Where is it found? Well, I'll tell you. Where in the ocean are archaea? You Google the shit. And this is from the NIH. Like I said, motherfucker, the NIH. In the marine environment, archaea habitats are generally limited to shallow or deep sea anaerobic sediments. Right? Shallow or deep sea. Okay, so where do seaweeds grow? Seaweeds often form dense growths on rocky shores or accumulations in shallow water, where the depth of the water is 50 meters or less. So this is proof. This is proof that B12 is seaweed. You can get vitamin B12 from seaweed. So your sea moss, you can get vitamin B12 from sea moss. You following me? Because sea moss is grown in the shallow by the coral reefs. Actually, it's on the coral reefs. It grows off the coral reefs. That's where it gets most of its nutrients from. You following me? Seaweed. Eat seaweed. Next. We do not need meat to give us our essential nutrients. All we need are herbs, the breath, and the sun. Everything else is null and void. That includes processed foods, meat, salt, sugar, artificial ingredients, chemicals, etc. Our natural state is to be healthy. Most diseases are the byproduct of faulty nutrition. It is like our natural state is health. Everything that has been given to us to kill us. During slavery, they made us eat pigs. They made us eat meat. They probably made us eat shit, like little shit. Like they made us eat that stuff. That is not a part of our natural diet. It is not. We did not eat no damn meat. We eat vegetables and fruits and water and breathe and the fucking sun. That's all we need. 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 Yes? And don't get it misconstrued because a grain is a type of vegetable because it grows out the fucking ground, nigga. Don't. And I had to say that because I didn't want to come at me and be like, oh, well, what about bread? You can't eat no bread. You eat whole grain, nigga, because it comes from the fucking ground. Now, you must change your diet, but when you do it, make it a slow change. You don't want to abruptly change your diet because you can cause your body to go into shock because your whole life you've been eating meat and sugar and salts and blah, 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 blah. And you don't eat a lot of vegetables. So if you just like one day just switch to vegetables, your body's not going to know how to react to that. You have to make it a slow process because it's been engraved in your DNA for hundreds and thousands of years to eat shit. But now you have to slowly get out of it. You can't just do it quick. Whew.